Guess I should set some sort of message. Self-promo. Finally found time, I think. Thinksies. Can I just copy this? And oh, I guess I need my stream. What even is my stream address anymore? So this is muted. Mute site. Okay. Channel. Alright, my site should be muted, so hopefully I'm not feeding back into myself. Alright, cancel out of that. Good, build command works. Excellent. All I wanted. Next thing, going through and figuring out where I can put self-promo. No, I say this every single time. I really don't remember. It's been like over a month since I did anything. Oh, good. Do these people have any? Oh wait, social posts. Keyboard gallery, that's not right. Why did I think these guys had? Whatever. Moving on. I don't remember anything. These people have a social media promo. So first things first, I'm going to need to do a little bit of lubing. Unless it's going to be a very short stream, because I think this is a hot swap build. So either shortest stream ever, and then I'm off the hook for building this finally, and I can get on to other builds. I actually wanted to build this, so it's a thing. I guess part of my unstated strategy, though, is to buy time in the beginning so the stream evens out and figures out what it wants to do. Not like that really even matters. Treehouse have anything? Thought they had. I thought streamers. Yeah, I guess I can post here. I'm streaming, man. I guess. I'm not really a streamer. So I did change like a lot of my lighting and setup. I don't really know if it looks good. I don't know if anyone's gonna care to comment. I'm trying things. I did miss the soft piano music though, as weird as it sounds. Alright, I'm gonna post in KFA because why not, right? I usually hang out in there. They're usually pretty nice to me. Eh. Gian. Oh, there's an update with Gian. W1AT update. Ooh, boxes of stuff. 200 boxes came in first. Originally supposed to arrive at the end of June, but delayed due to the rainy season. Boxes like Singapore, shipping the swag keys. Increasing production quantity by expected 20% for anodizing nonconformity. Surface finish rubs during 20% orders. Slight mark, don't like it. Going to redo anodizing again. It's all good, Gian. I still love your products, man. Actually, I would like to get F18X722. I think that'd be a pretty cool board to snag. Missed on the promo, but you know, it's all good. Uh-oh. What happened to this? Why did it flash? What happened? I don't trust it. Flex. Parallel is self-promo. I don't even know who would watch me. I wouldn't watch me. This is not good content. For some reason I thought Gray Studios had self-promo. Did they not? Am I just imagining things? I'm probably just imagining things. Z Reviews always has promote yourself, and I always promote myself on his because why not? I don't think anyone watches. It's fine. It'll be fine. Okay. So I have the Ocelot here. I guess I should show off other stuff I've been up to. Mostly just collecting things and stuff in my basement to build later. Oh no. Why is it thinking? Cvex, thank you for following. Hey, what's up? Seven, how's it going, man? Good to see you here. Anyways, I was blowing off time before I get to lubing and filming 8 switches and then building a hot swap Ocelot. Ideally, I do have to test the PCB, but I wanted to waste some time, so I guess I'll show off random stuff that I've collected since I last streamed. I got this card from Snowmel. This is a Rin card from the Archer. Of course, I didn't buy that because this is like a $3,000 or some keyboard. But yeah, pretty neat weeb stuff. Leave that up here. Other things that I got in recently, I guess I should show this off since I just got this in today. The Gian switches. I'm actually interested to see what these are like. So, these are the black switches. I didn't read too much about them. I just figured I'd buy 3 boxes of them for fun. So, this I will use today. The Gian branded slider holder. Can you focus, camera? There we go. Yeah, autofocus. But, you know, it's just like your typical charcoal holder. That's new. What else is new? I got this bubble wrapped package. I'm gonna have to try to open this up carefully. Okay. Specs on the IU so good? Yeah. I don't know. With this, it looks like the lighting pretty harsh from up top. So I got these. These are Gion's new springs. They only had the 14mm because they're going from, I guess, increasing in size as they produce. But I definitely wanted to get my hands on a glass container from Gian. a lab bottle. So I guess if I ever wanted to be lazy and just shake things up, I could. Actually, I might even want to use one of these springs, try them out. I don't really know. What else did I get? Yeah. I guess I'll show this off. I didn't even open this yet. I got an Icky 60 whatever round 2. I didn't even open this up yet, but I wanted to take a look at it. It's sealed, it's white, I have a cable, there's stuff in here. I'm not really that excited about it because, again, 65%, man. I got too many of these things. But I have this to build sometime. What else did I get in recently? I have this Ginkgo 65 thing. Gotta build this sometime. What did I get? Green, I think? I think I got the green. Let's take a quick peek at this. Foam inside of foam inside of foam. It's well packaged. Gray? I guess I got gray. 65. Again, more 65s. Ooh, man, that's so blown out. You could see the ginkgo leaf at an angle. Oh, little ginkgo leaf on the back too. Can you focus? There we go. Interesting. I'll build that sometime probably. Oh, things are sliding out of the box. That's not good. Wait, does this only fit in one way? Why'd I take you out? Yeah, it fits in this way. Opposite way that I wanted to put it. Cool. What else do I have to show off that I got? I have a Bubble 75 down there. I don't feel like digging it out. I need to get switches out. I need to get keycaps out too. I thought I was prepared until I started streaming. One second. Put the minimal to the side there. Oh, ugh. This is all switches. I need to figure out what switches I wanted for this. I'll use some of these. New old stock Vintage Blacks. Never go wrong. Classy build. Ugh. Man, the switch box is getting heavy. I have too much, I think. Oh yeah, that's other stuff I got recently too. I have more 21 KB keycaps in. I got Purple Korean. This is the original set that I really wanted from 21 KB, but I ended up getting this. And ASCII too. I also have like Red Russian, I think, and something else. So Red Korean? Yeah, Red Korean. Planning on using that on a build sometime soon. But this build... Oh man. So not prepared. I was looking for... Been looking at them? Yeah, I like them. I can recommend them. I've been using them on one of my boards. I forget which one. Sorry, I'm preoccupied with trying to figure out where the keycaps I wanted, because I wanted to use EPBT gray on white. They'll be the last box I open, so. Are you gray on white? You're an EPBT box. What are you? Nope, you're Dolch. You're Yolch. Yellow Dolch. use sometime in the future. What are you? What is this? WS1 light. Okay, that's not quite it. So wait, where did I put it then? Holy crap. I don't remember. Chinese rainbow? Red cream? This other stuff. Why can I never remember what I have, where I have it? Okay, at this rate, probably just going to use some of these keycaps. I don't feel like digging around. Did I use the gray set somewhere else? I don't think I did. So it's not in there. Huh. I guess I badly misplaced some keycaps. Guess we're gonna use I don't want to use Chinese rainbow or ASCII. Let's use ASCII because I'm not sure when I'd use this stuff. I'll probably switch it out sometime later for something more reasonable. Okay. Drink some tea. Alright, let's move IU back here. Let me grab the only real product I really like from Glorious. This is their lube station. And I'll be using this to lube some keycaps, or keycaps, switches. So these are, in fact, old 3-pin Cherry MX Blacks switches. Sound okay. I think I'm just going to build it with 8. I'm going to lube, film, and spring swap them. And go from there. I did have most of my supplies here, so I'm not totally unprepared. MX Blacks best, yes, I agree. Hard agree. Especially the old ones, I don't know. They have that extra little special character to them. Alright. I am going to try my best to keep these in order. Especially with some of the older blacks, yeah. I tend to like to keep them that way. Alright. It's been so long since I streamed. I wanted to stream for like the past month, but I kept doing like random incremental upgrades to my setup, and then whenever I did want to stream, of course one or other of my daughters or life would come in and I just wouldn't have time to stream. Feels really bad. Oh, drop the stem. So, not sure how well this will focus on it, but these are just old MX Black stems, pretty clean. When I originally got these in, because they're new old stock, I did crack them all open and take a look at them. These are really clean switches, so I didn't feel the need to do any extra prep to them. They're really dirty. If like you got them out of a board, you might have to do some cleaning and stuff to them, but these are pretty good. go. This is probably going to be the longest part of the stream, unless I somehow cannot figure out how to get VIA to work. It's been a while. I'm old, so maybe that'll be a thing. Hopefully that will be an adventure that we don't have to have tonight. If I have to fall back on QMK, that could always take a little bit of time. Alright, these springs, ye old springs, you're going to go into this bin over here and never be seen from again. And I think we'll try these new Geon springs. I'm curious. So Mr. Geon has these on sale. These are 62.5 14mm springs. I think there's still a few more on his shop. But just standard looking 14mm springs. They don't look too different from TX. Let me put them in a little holder here. So I guess I'll just go through my secret technique of lubing switches. And that's just barely lubing them, I should say. The hardest part I'm going to end up lubing are probably the springs. I usually just end up brush and lubing the springs with some pretty heavy mixture of stuff. Let me reseal these so I don't lose any of these precious Geon springs. If these are good, I'll probably end up keep using these and buy more from them. At the very least, very snazzy bottle. And I think the whole purpose of that was to be able to just, I guess, instead of bag glue, you're basically jar lubing, so. Okay, let me put... So I have my regular Crytox 205 grade 0. These I wanted to lube with Tribosys 3203. It's been forever since I broke that stuff out, but... so I'm not going to lube the bottom rails or the bottom housing at all. It's basically just going to be a light lube on the stem. I want the scratch. I need the scratch in my life. I built so many boards recently. Well, recently. In the past 2 months, most of my builds have been just, you know, standard boring stuff with modern switches that really, they feel nice, they feel easy, but they just don't excite me the same way. So, I need some of the MX Black scratch back in my life. So basically I'm just going to heavily end lube the springs like you usually do and put them in the switch. I guess in theory I should probably end up doing this the smarter way and throwing films on, because I think I will be filming these switches anyways. Alright, before I get too invested in this, let me throw some... We'll throw some films on. It's only 8 switches, it can't be that bad. Okay. For some reason, I still have a bunch of these, I guess we'll call it Launch Blue Desky films from Novel Keys. And I picked these out because I'd have to move stuff around to get to the black switch films. So out of convenience, I'll just keep using these because they're on my desk. How convenient, right? So people sometimes complain about desky films being hard to place. Just do the sensible things, take your time, use tweezers. Not to end the world if it slows you down just a little bit. And of course, you don't need to use switch films. It's all preference. I don't use films anymore. Don't love them. Yeah, it's all preference. Some people really like them. Some people really don't. I mean, sometimes I like them. Usually on blacks, I end up liking them a little bit more. Depends on the day, too. I used to like TX films because of how easy they were to just throw on and take off, but I don't know. Might try some of the ones that supposedly don't change the sound too much. I mean, if it's needed, it'll change your sounds anyways, because you're basically doing the force break mod between the top and the bottom, right? And if it's a good switch, or if it's if this was like retooled MX Blacks, I'd be tempted not to do it, because I think those housing collisions have a slightly better sound than even these vintage switches. So it's all preference if you really like it. Alright. Enough of this nonsense. Put these back for next time. And back to doing this. It's a heavy amount of lube on this one at the end. Probably too much. So this stuff I'm using is a mixture of 205 grade 2, and I switched it up from 106 to 107, so even thicker oil. In theory, this is way overkill, but I don't know. It's the style of prepping my switches that I've become accustomed to. For some reason, my ears are very attuned to hearing twangy spring noises. I just don't want to deal with it at all. This oil is so thick now. Everyone has their own techniques for lubing, filming, spring swapping. So rather than having a boring stream or 3 of me just trying to prep for a board like I used to do when I first started, I'll just do a few of this for these 8 switches, and then we'll actually get to building. Not too much torture, hopefully. At some point, by the way, I'll probably end up doing a few reviews of keyboards that I own, just to do reviews of keyboards that I own. It'll be titled something along the lines of, boards you can't buy, or boards that are unavailable, or something like that, some nonsense. Basically, so it's no pressure, so I'm not shilling anything or really doing anything crazy. Not looking for sponsorships or anything mad. Just a hobby. Alright. Put that back over there. And get to 3203. And I get to use the new Geon stem holder. Oh, it works wonderfully. It's magical. Alright, I'm going to use this as like a little bit of a lube palette on the lid, like I always do. I need to mix this up a little bit on the lid because it looks like it's a little bit old. Alright. Clear off 90% of the lube, so I have a very, very small amount. And basically I just go over the sliders on each side. And then the front face. The back. I do the bottom and the center pull, but not on the top. And then I go through and I go straight down all sides of the switches just to try to get any excess globs of lube off. I want these to be fairly lightly lubricated rather than heavily. I don't think they need much. Oh, the joys of lubing. I forgot how entertaining this is. This is great content, I suppose. Now I remember why I never wanted to lube, film, and spring swap switches again on stream. This is probably really bad content. But it'll be over soon. Then we'll spend all of 10 minutes throwing the Ocelot together, putting keycaps on it. Then I'll have a nice shiny thing on my desk, and I'll probably end up using the little Ocelot more than I will my Stream Deck. I have a Stream Deck here. I kind of don't really need a Stream Deck. It's a pretty thing, but where I have the RGB of my PCB Ocelot keeping me company. And it will also hopefully add a little bit of flair to my desktop whenever I'm doing typing tests or other sort of video content that is down looking on my desk, or even streams for that matter. Because I think the next build that I'll end up doing will probably be the Glacier 80. Then after that, I guess it'll be one of the 65 boards, and then the 75 board, the Bubble. Then after the Bubble, the second 65 board. Then by that point, hopefully other boards will be around. Are you familiar with QMK Toolbox? Yes, everyone used to have to use that. QMK Toolbox is pretty fun. Mech Merlin actually probably has still the best guide on how to use QMK Toolbox if you're brand new to it. I highly recommend looking up his videos from almost 2 years ago now, but it's still relevant if you need to use that as a tool. Using UTD, you need to find a way to flash it via potato. Yeah, so you'll need to get the QMK Toolbox and bootloader for that. If you have the file, you should be able to reflash via that. Again, I'd recommend looking up Mech Merlin's guides on YouTube. Those are probably the better ones. They also do have a pretty good documentation library, if I recall, as far as how to do certain things. But the visual guide of Mech Merlin just going through, clicking the buttons, was probably the easiest way to figure out how to do that. I'm a fan of Mech Merlin. The guy's pretty good. I have not watched one of his group buy videos in a few weeks. Been a little bit too busy. Usually I try to watch like half an episode at work during lunch or something, but I've been working through a lot of my lunches. Feels bad. Alright, so these MX Blacks look like they just have a slightly damp side to them when I'm done with them. It doesn't look, I guess I can show. This camera hopefully can pick it up now. Alright, let's see. What's the focal distance here? Watch this tutorials because I'm crapping my pants because the MCU got reset when I plugged it in the bootloader. So it's only we click the flash button. You might have to actually jump two connectors. Usually it's, I think, escape B or spacebar B or something like that. I would look at the reset button. If there's a physical reset button on your PCB, you can usually hold that, plug it in, and as you plug it in, you release it, and then it should go into bootloader mode to flash it. You can try that as well. There's several different methods to do it. Boot Magic, for example, is or had been enabled as a default for that PCB. You just have to jump escape, for example. But, you know, there's many ways to do it, and, oh, that's a little bit heavy on, uh-oh. Okay, this switch might be a little bit of a lost cause. I don't have a UTD, so using those MX Blacks on this Ocelot. Only need 8 of them. It's only a small macro pad. A little bit too heavy on this switch. Oh well. Try to wipe a little bit more off. Looks too damp. Last one. Yeah, these switches are actually the same switches. I don't know if they're the same batch that I used in IU, so they sound pretty good. They feel nice. Although next time KFA has a big sale, or if their bulk shipment thing comes online, I might actually try to buy a tray of MX Blacks off of them, the new Hyperglides. I always like Hyperglides. The recent variants are pretty good. I was actually looking at some keyboards on eBay somewhat recently to try to salvage some more MX Blacks and some old vintage switches. I don't know. I think I got enough of them. I don't really think I need to go too crazy with them. Problem is they're very inconsistent. Depends. I like how this sounds. So the thing I really don't like about MX Blacks, why I will always spring swap them, is the springs to me do feel inconsistent, but the rest of it usually doesn't feel that inconsistent to me. Sure, some configurations have more scratch than others, but yeah. This one probably needs some on the leaf. Saying I hope I have a good batch. Thanks. Yeah, all depends. Man, hear that plane flying overhead. Got the flashing to work? Excellent. Hopefully something helped. All right. Just the right amount of scratch for me. I'm gonna have to experiment with these little 14mm springs. It's been a while since I've went with shorter springs in a Switch, so it definitely has a little bit of that tambourine-ish sound from the way it's rebounding. Alright, let me add a little bit more on this one to the legs in the front. I think that will help this switch out. That's too much. Only a little bit. Okay. Adjustments only need a little bit. Make sure the film is not wanting to cooperate since I opened it up. Okay. There we go. And done with the lubing. I can put all the stuff to the side and probably drop my brushes later when I forget that I have brushes on the top of this. Okay, new Geon slider holder, like it. That goes in that bin. Keycaps. So one thing I'm definitely excited about with the new Geon stuff that he's coming out with is there will be a wire twister for stabs, because no one likes stabs. But if you have a wire twister to help you, twist and tool it, I think that's going to be pretty cool. Looking forward to that, actually. The nylon jewelry pliers they do a decent job, but you know. So we have the thank you note from SInga keyboard, and it just has the specs on here. Nice. And I get to see my little Ocelot. It's my first board from SInga. Yes, it is actually. Man, I need to adjust this lighting. This lighting's a bit much. There we go. You can see the Ocelot and the reflection. And on the front, if I hold it at an angle here, you can see Ocelot and the PC. So it looks like we just have some on the bottom. How much did I pay for this? Whatever the group buy was for it. I don't think it was too much. But I basically don't really buy aftermarket stuff. I just pay whatever the group buy is. Got cute Ocelot stickers. Put some of these on the side. See them later. We have what looks to be an aluminum plate. Need that. Wish I can say the same about no buy aftermarket. Usually I find that if I would want a board, I'll just, you know, say, you know, good game, go next. And that's usually my mentality. Because otherwise you tend to regret missing too many limited item boards and stuff, and that's never a good feeling. Alright, so we have some screws. I'll put them in the Alchemy Labs tray. The only time I thought about buying stuff was on maybe like the KFA aftermarket, but honestly, even then, kind of really don't feel like it. And we have a wee little PCB from Heine. Hot swap, excellent. Bunch of little LEDs on it. See if it focuses. You see the little Heine. This is probably like the closest focusing distance I can have on it. We have these little SMD LEDs, hot swap sockets, reset button, everything right there. Have resistors in the front end of it, help with power. Interesting. Neat. Alright. Put back everything else. Guess I'll put it back in the box. Alright, I guess first things first. Let me do a quick test. Oh, don't hit random buttons on my keyboard. Where's Via? There it is on the screen. And here we go. 1 through, I'll just make this 8. 1 through 8. What did it have on the second one? RGB modes, cool. Okay, maybe I will have that as momentary 1. You convince me I'll make that momentary 1. Actually, I can just make that 8 because I still have a keyboard attached, right? So, little LEDs. Switching spacebar switches with other ones that have a different sound. I personally am. Test matrix. Sound. So I am a fan of black cherry pies in space bars. I think generally it sounds pretty good. Okay, momentary. And I even made a whole batch of black cherry pies just because. Alright, I can turn that one off. I can get to the build. So these are hex on the smallish side. What size are these? Smaller than that. There we go. I don't know. Spacebars are one of those things that, you know, I definitely like the sound of. Different spacebars. I kind of don't really have a set preference, but yeah. You could buy a very budget board for the price of the switches. Probably. I've only built like 110 at a time, so. Recently I bought some more NK creams. I'm hoping that they're the old stock that you can make BCPs out of, because the new ones have a little bit of weird interference or stuff, you know. Alright. So interesting, on the bottom side here we have little notches to help you pick it up from the bottom. We have brass inserts, which are always nice to see. We have little alignment pegs at the bottom. See if I can focus that with my hand here. Little alignment pegs at the bottom that fit into the plate. So it's very good. I have a little blemish on that. That's fine. That's on the inside. I don't really care about the inside as much. Alright, switches. Switches go into the plate. I mean, in theory, I think these new old stock blacks cost me more than it did to make BCPs. And even then, nowadays you can... A lot of people will end up using Cal Burgundies and other Cal long pulls as stand-ins for it, and I can see why. They sound good enough. I've actually put them in my frog. I have Hyperglide with long pull stems in my frog, and I think they sound good. I can recommend that to people. Alright. Alright, strikes me I probably should not be doing it this way, but I will. You will work. I need to move a few of these. Okay. I'll have to remove most of these. New old stock switches. Not all of the legs go straight in because they've been desoldered from another board from some point in the past. Need to straighten it out and insert carefully. Nice. Sometimes I do worry about new old stock switches because since they were desoldered, if they weren't desoldered super clean and there's still solder, it might not always want to fit into hot swap sockets, and it's something that you never want to force something into a hot swap socket. But looks like we good. Famous last words before I break this one, right? Oh man. Gotta rebend this one the other way. Oh, too far. Okay. All right. So UTD isn't listed as a VIA. Another person said to use the GH60/Satan. Problem is that I had no SInga layout for what should I do. I would probably end up just giving up and using QMK. Sounds weird to say that, but might be your best option just to basically make your own firmware, so to speak. Oh god, what size is this? You mean QMK? So someone has to have firmware for that somewhere. I'm honestly not even sure where that would be. But someone somewhere in the world would have to have a QMK file for it. Otherwise, you'd have to go through the trouble of mapping the entire thing, which would be a pain. I don't recommend doing that unless you really need to. Yeah, I would Google it. Someone somewhere has to have it for you. If they don't, I mean, I'd really be surprised. So one thing I'm noticing here is don't feel bad, man. Thinking through your problem at the same time. It's all good. So one thing I am keenly aware of when I'm screwing these in is I don't want to go too hard on them because I don't see metal standoffs in the top of this PC. So that's that. Last one. Okay. Oh man, this weight feels so good. I did not see bump-ons. Guess I'll have to figure out what size bump-ons these are. Until then, it will live on my desk pad. In fact, it could always just live on my desk pad now I think about it. I'd like to have it under my monitor where I don't have a desk pad, but it will. All right. Oh man, I have to figure out where the 1 through 8 is. This is gonna take me all night. Alright, I can move some of this stuff away. At least I don't have GMK potato nonsense on my desk mat. Alright. I don't need this one. This is a 2 with a down arrow. This is a 0. That's an 8. That's a B. F2. F10. Page down 3. 0. O. Insert 0. Escape Alt. F1. Okay, here's an 8. Five. 1 end. That's the numpad. 5 with a bar. That's numpad. 4 with an arrow's numpad. 1 F3 deletes. None of those. FJ M. 6 with an arrow. That's a numpad. 7 ampersand. That's one of them I'm looking for. 4 with a dollar sign. 2 with an at. Okay. F9. 6. Yes. I delete plus minus equals N 3. Pause. A 1. A 7 with a home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, that should be it, right? Let me put these on before I second guess myself and do something dumb. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Excellent. Well, that was running away from me. I don't know why. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I like beige. It's nice and boring. Suits most of the builds I do. Looks good. Hey, Logley, thank you for the follow. Is that how I pronounce your name? Guess I'll hold it up here. Anyways, doesn't need to sound that good. Let me move the stickers. Let me move you big, beautiful TKL forward. And let's plug this in back here. Ooh, it's doing stuff. What's it doing? Is it just pulsing red? I think that was on Yeah, that was an issue. That was just pulsing red. I'll have to fix that later. Looks good though, whatever. Now it's just pulsing red at a different speed. Excellent. Even faster. Brilliant. Oh, there it goes. Now it's doing the RGB thing. Alright. I think this board looks pretty. Let me turn a few lights off. It's going to get really dark. Ooh. Yeah. This PC look. I need more of this in my life. This is exactly like I wanted to have underneath my monitor. Something soft, glowing, pretty looking. And I'm going to be using this to change scenes in OBS at some point. Man, the purple looks super different now. I really want to change this light, but I always look at the metering on my camera now, and I'm always second guessing what it should be at. If I don't have it super almost overexposed with zebras everywhere, part of me thinks that it's just underexposed, but I'm not convinced of that. I'm not really sure what to think, but yeah. I'll turn the light back on. And that was the build. That's what I wanted to do for tonight. I guess the next part I can just look at other things that I have on hand. Put these stickers there. I'm sure my daughter will steal them tomorrow. Have kids, they say. They just take everything. Guess I'll continue show and tell. So I got these from Group Buy finally. My GMK 9s. Looking forward to putting those on a board at some point. GMK Teikoki. Debach. Nice. I got some very classic looking Dolch in. I forget what board I wanted to put this on originally, but I have notes somewhere for what board I wanted to put on what. I'm digging around for this Bubble 75 because I think I may as well open it tonight since I got time. Let's drop the keycaps everywhere. Because I didn't even open this up to check the condition of it yet. Yeah, I think they're all good sets to have. They go with so much. So, how does this open? I'll slice it down the back here. Guess I need to change this blade out soon. It's getting all dull and warped. I've opened up too many boxes. Bad news again, the board isn't working. Is it shorting on something? Man, that's bad news. It's either shorting on something or there's a component that's just not working. Or it could be a cable related thing. Flash it with the wrong file. That could be it too. Oh, it says what I got here on the box. I can't even read that. It's too close. Bubble 75 gray black gold. Gray black gold. Is that what I bought? I don't remember. Oh man, this PCB has 3 flex cuts on it. On hands, mid-30s? Something like that. I'll tell the wife. She'd probably be angry. Or not. This is just my hobby. So this has stab shims. I think this is a thin PCB. The board I'm really looking forward for is the Tomo. Apparently some people have started getting some of those. Not really sure. Oh man, ruined this bag. It's fine. Always wanted a 7V. I think 7V would be nice. It's a bubble logo. It has a booger on the back. What happened there? Just a booger comes off. Man, it's so overexposed. The camera sensor's like, what is that? It's too shiny. Man, it's already filled with foam. Holy crap. What am I gonna do with this? I think it looks nice too. I'm definitely gonna try not to use as much foam as possible and see what happens. But part of me thinks it will sound best with probably PE foam, unfortunately. So I'll probably end up having to do that. Yeah, the plate is loaded with flex cuts, and it's going to be one of those things where I think the PE foam will have to sort of carry it. Otherwise, I can cut down some like electrical tape or something and tape up some of the flex cuts to try to get some sound back, because I think that will end up making it sound overall slightly thin without it. So, just my opinion. We'll see what actually happens. I'll build it eventually. Alright, move all this stuff out of the way. Guess another board that I never really looked at. I guess I should probably actually open it up and inspect this one. Head out for now. Alright, yeah, nice. Thanks for stopping by, Seven. Always good to have you here. Take a quick look at the glacier again. I don't think I ever actually opened it up. This is another board that came with a crap ton of foam. It's in there so tight. Oh yeah, this is why I didn't open it up, because I didn't need to. Oh man. This weight, it's just shiny. I need to figure out the exposure for this. I think I still need the light up high, but I don't think it needs to be up this high. This is stuff I've been trying to work on off a stream, but obviously I still don't know what I'm doing. Ugh. Alright. Okay. Enough flexing random crap that I bought. Unless there's something else I could show. No, that's pretty much it. But I think that's going to be it for me for tonight too. I got to get to work tomorrow, do some stuff, make some more money, buy some more boards eventually. Alright, I'm so glad that I was able to finally build that thing. Put the wrist rest, because I'm an old person, I use the wrist rest. And I guess I'll put these on my desk. I do want to test these out. Do I want to open a box now? Let me just open this one real quick. I am a little bit curious about the Geon switches. I think these are supposed to be JWKs. I bought mine unlubed. Ooh, okay, so long pull, fairly firm bottom out. I think I'd actually like these spring swapped. It has a little bit of the Maraca top going on with sounds like palm on nylon and palm on PC for top and bottom. Slightly different materials, it sounds like. I think I'm actually gonna like these switches quite a bit. It even says Geon on it. Camera, can you see this? Camera, you're getting this. You're not getting this, camera. It's too bright. I don't have a good angle for this. This is not the macro lens that I needed to be up close. It says Gion on it. Trust me. I'll have to take a picture with the other camera. Interesting. Anyways, I'll be playing more with these sometime later. I might actually change plans with some boards that I'm going to be building soon. These are long pull and sound like I think they're going to sound. I think this might actually go good in that TKL I just showed. Maybe. We'll have to see. That'll be for next time though. I think I'm going to be done for the night. Get to bed to go to work tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. I guess I'll have to make a YouTube video sometime soon about some of these adventures as well. I'll probably post this VOD. I'm thinking about posting VODs on the YouTube channel as unlisted from now on. It usually just goes much better. That way people aren't notified of just every little stream thing that I do. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for me for tonight. I'm going to head out. Thanks. Catch you later, everybody. Stay safe out there.